seconds remaining. Radiant team banned.
Hello everyone, and good evening. We have EchoLeague Season 3. This is a Div B game for groups. This is Mr. Klow versus hot singles in your area. I'm really loving the banners coming out from Mr. Klow here. Very creative with the PUBG shirts and the head there. But this is Moxxi and Mags tonight, and looking forward to casting some Div B.
Yeah, those banners are awesome, by the way, from Mr. Klow. You have a Doom first ban, you know, that's... I see every day, but in prepping for these...
Radiant team banned. Dire team banned.
I don't know, Wyvern's still pretty strong despite the rework on the Arctic Burn, but definitely Morphling getting a pretty heavy nerf in that patch, and also the Medusa, not as bad as I thought it was going to be, honestly. She still has that plus 800 mana talent, which makes her pretty difficult to deal with, but some of her items also getting nerfed. Again though, we're dealing with hot singles in your area. Really anything goes with this team. I think I've only seen them ever do a meta draft once, and I almost had a heart attack because I couldn't figure out what was happening. Mr. Klow probably going to go for more of the traditional meta heroes. In fact, they open up with the Ogre Magi, who is very, very popular. We've been seeing a lot of him hanging out mid and just constantly chucking ignites and just beating down the enemy with, you know, his very high base regen, honestly. But Crystal Maiden gets picked up for the side of hot single, so I think we're going to see some early roaming action.
5 seconds remaining.
My brain's still in ESL mode right now.
Alright,
Sorry for all the talking, Max. Ooh. Now, is that going to be a traditional oracle, do you think, or is that going to be a mid oracle?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Just recently, since the patch, like Huskar's like the highest win rate hero, and
Dire team banned.
Definitely possible here. We do see the Medusa getting banned out from the side of Mr. Klow. The Ancient Apparition gets removed, so that makes sense with the picking up of an Oracle, though he does have the False Promise, which will buy a little bit more time, because you don't immediately shatter if you get hit by the AA blast, but I don't think they just want to deal with it in general. Looks like they're not planning on doing too much lockdown, either with the Anti-Mage being banned out, and then also the Nyx Assassin, so they're a little concerned, it seems, of mana burn coming out from the side of hot singles in your area, so I'm really interested to see what they're going to pull out here. I still do have that clockwork though over on Mr. Klow. That clockwork's going to be a bit of an issue if he's run as a position 4, just constantly, you know, burning off all of the mana whenever he can, and just being a general nuisance. Very kind of tanky lineup coming out from Mr. Klow right now. Also possible he could be run as a position 3. I don't know how they want to use this, but it does provide them with a lot of flexibility in their draft right now. I think the Ogre Magi is probably the position 5 who's going to be spending a lot of time babysitting and not necessarily hanging out in mid. So still, again, a lot of flexibility with that clockwork pick.
Radiant team pick.
You see the Death Prophet picked up from hot singles. Looks like they're going to be doing some pretty heavy pushing. Nice solid silence coming out with that hero. Not to mention the Spirit Siphon. Does a fair amount of damage early on. Oh.
And it's one of the heroes that you see picked with Oracle, because just healing from the Siphon, and you get the heal when Exorcism is over. If you're, you know, under Oracle's ult during that time, it just amplifies it by that much more. So
Oh,
you
that's a
often
really
see
good
these
point.
two heroes together.
Let her be battle prophet for a little bit longer
Yeah,
when you
pretty
have
much.
that sort of...
Yep.
So right now, totally full int lineup coming out from hot singles in your area.
Alright, good
Sense why
ban
they...
on the Nyx then.
I was about to say, it makes sense why they banned out that Nyx. My goodness gracious. I'm wondering if Mr. Klow is trying to figure out what's happening on what hot singles in your area, or if they are just trying to figure out what they want to do with their draft in general. Want to
And
move
they
that
do see-
clockwork around or whatnot.
They do see hot singles mid, and seeing it this early, when you have 3 picks to go, definitely they'll be taking some time to see how they want to counter that, and see if they want to maybe get some aggro lanes going or whatever. So we're going to have Omni Knight. He got a nerf to the range of Purification, so...
I've been seeing this guy all day though. Like all day, and he hasn't, like, it's not changed much. He's still incredibly strong. Guardian Angel is ridiculous despite the fact it got a nerf on the cooldowns. But this guy, like, that you need very specific heroes to deal with him and be able to dispel, and a lot of the times people have drafted themselves kind of in a corner and been like, oh yeah, that's right, there is an Omni Knight. So I'm not sure. It's even faster when he's got all those points in the degen aura, just running you down. Does she just stand in place then if that happens? If Omni Knight's got all those points in the slow, does she just not move? She's already just a snail's pace. Yeah, try that. Hope you don't get hook shot or knighted by the ogre over here. So also, interesting thing to notice, we have, on the side of hot singles, everyone is ranged. 100% ranged on that side, and 100% melee coming out from the side of Mr. Klow.
Radiant team pick.
Cloud pick drow.
10 seconds remaining.
Yo, I always
5 seconds remaining.
Absorb all the damage. Does give them another really nice disable, being able to just get that hoof stomp off. Pairs pretty well with the Oracle, who can get the root. The root's a pretty short kind of stun duration, so following up with the Centaur will be very, very advantageous, as well as Crystal Maiden, who is very, very slow, be able to get in there with her Frostbite, so... Have to see. I definitely like the idea of having someone who can sit pretty far back. It's also a little bit scary, you know, we talked about if they potentially wanted to pick up something like a Drow Ranger over on the side of hot singles in your area. They do have a Clockwork who's going to be able to close the gap really easily, but we do see the Mirana pick up instead. Pretty solid. Still gives them the chance if they see the Centaur is running in there with his face, they could use the Moonlight Shadow as a defensive mechanism and try to get themselves out. Of course, if they're carrying dust on the side of hot singles, it will make their life a little bit more difficult. But they ban out Sven here. Not sure why. I don't really think Sven would be good in this draft, personally.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Hmm.
10 seconds remaining.
Something that's kind of like the strategy people try. But
5
last
seconds
ban
remaining.
of the Huskar, seeing, you know, that Oracle Huskar is still in the pool.
Dire team.
But that does leave the Drow open. Oh, they're gonna take
There
it
it is.
themselves. So they're able to deal with both kind of cheese last picks by banning the Huskar and then taking the Drow from themselves here.
This is the 4th Drow game I have seen today. 7.07D has just become who can take the Ancient faster. Who can run down mid, basically. Oh my gosh.
5 seconds remaining.
What have you done? What have you done to our game, Ice Frog?
And the patch is still young as well.
I know. I've seen so much like DK, Shadow Shaman, Lone Druid, Beastmaster, Drow. Oh, the good old meme hammer. Yeah, Infamous did that. Infamous actually, they picked up, they had the Beastmaster, they had, I think it was a Vengeful Spirit, and then they had their supports picking up Necro books as well. Like, they were all just, let's finish this game, we're done, let's go. It was something else, that's for sure. And we get the Shadow Fiend, alright.
So is this a safe lane Shadow Fiend? Or
I mean,
safe
it's
lane
a
DP?
Mizzy. The Mizzy Death Prophet, so I'm guessing it's a safe lane Mizzy? Rocks going mid? I don't know. They don't
mean,
have a
either way.
true mid player on Hot Singles in the area. They actually used to just put Livy on Dragon Knight because he couldn't die and just sent him mid. I kid you not, that's literally what they used to do. But it could go anyway. I think I kind of like the idea of the Shadow Fiend being the safe lane farmer. But, I mean, either way could potentially work, honestly. So what's the plan here, Hot Singles?
10 seconds
Look at all the
remaining.
particles on Royis. Oh my goodness, what a sparkly boy he is.
5 seconds remaining.
Like they're trying to decide Kende's going to be on the Marana. And Big Bad Wolf will be playing the Drow with Satan. For some reason, his name is showing up as Rook. Satan's going to be on the Omni Knight. We've all seen what Satan Omni Knight is like. Satan Omni Knight repels himself and just runs at you. So that's going to be pretty funny to watch, I think. Alright. Oh my gosh, we don't even have a pause. What kind of a game is this? There's almost always a pause in the beginning.
Yeah, not an essay game, I guess.
I guess not. We found out too why, remember when we were doing opens, how people were so early?
Yeah, they were pretty on time.
It was because they were on Brazilian summertime. It's their summer and no one changed on the schedule. It just wrote Brazilian time, so.
They have that issue.
No, okay, I've got no all chat, please. I gotta be a good admin. Remind them no all chat.
Nazi mod.
I don't know, I'm gonna get yelled at by someone if I don't, whether it's another team or it's...
I'll get yelled at as well, because
Yeah.
I'm expected.
Alright, we got a big
I'll let
smoke
you
coming
be the
out
bad
here from the
person.
side of Mr. Klow, though. Gonna let the ogre go first. These banners crack me up. Oh my word. And it is gonna be a safe lane. Shadow Fiend Rock's gonna be the one who's gonna be first blood if he's not careful here. Yeah, the smoke pops. I think they see him. Yeah, he's just
Oh,
gonna
they
dodge
won't
that
be able-
arrow. I'm not sure what was happening here with 9. A little bit of peekaboo going on here.
Standing tall though.
I mean, it's Royis. Royis isn't afraid of anything, right? Probably should be a little afraid, but is gonna just be able to run away. Bit of damage happens. Bottom lane looks like Omni Knight and Centaur are just hacking away at each other already. Big purification coming out, but
And this centaur has no region.
why does Mo have no region?
I think he, with the boots, maybe thinking he's against a tri-lane, wanted to just pull the creeps back or something and just catch them and run back behind his tower, but
That's a good point.
it's gonna be one-on-one with a Omni Knight and has no regen now and is at half health, so might have just lost like at minute 0.
Who knows? Maybe Mo will pull out something. Maybe he'll just get a Sal Fairy. Yeah, he got a Sal Fairy out to him. So we do have an aggro try up here. I'm pretty sure that Radiant gets the better deal with this. Yeah, Libby's already caught in these cogs. It is a grand tradition that Libby is the first blood on the side of hot signals in your area, so nothing new there. He's already back. He's ready for action. Royis gonna try to get a couple of value right clicks off. Of course, see, I'm not known for the right clicking ability. We'll get a ignite to the face over here, but they'll push back Nocturne a little bit. He does have tangos, no salve on him. I'm pretty sure though, again, like I said, the Radiant win this matchup. Bottom lane, it looks like HSiYA struggling quite a bit against the Omni Knight. Again, like you said, he doesn't have any regen on him any longer, already used up that salve, whereas Omni Knight, his whole deal is regen, so gonna have to play a bit carefully till he can get Tranquils online.
In this patch, with the 70% deny runes change though, you can quickly find yourself down a few levels if you have to keep ferrying out salves like he is.
How's our mid matchup going here? It's like Kende and Mizzy getting a slightly better deal out of this. 9 and 3 CS, 8 and 2 over on Kende. He's not far behind at all here. We'll get the finished up Aquila. And we get death here in the top lane. Looks like, actually bottom lane. Okay, both the offlaners took each other out. My goodness. I don't think that was expected there at all.
Probably return into 1v1 deathmatch. They just kind of went out.
Saw people scrambling in the top lane, and I figured that it was gonna be something going on up here, but no.
Drow's taking a lot of damage.
Oh, Drow, yeah, it's gonna get nuked down, and they get the root off over onto the Ogre here. We'll get the kill bottom lane. We also see that Omni Knight goes down. He actually dies to HSiYA Centaur.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, he brought it back.
No way.
Looks like Royis might be in a little trouble here. They do change their pointing though over onto Shadow Fiend. They'll be able to get that kill. And they still have their eyes over on this Crystal Main. She's gonna try to hide herself into this tree line. Does have a TP. Will try to get herself out, and it looks like, oh, those cogs gonna cancel it out, and they still have vision. This is looking real uncomfortable right now for Royis. Just trapped in the woods. He can't get out. We'll just throw out the casual right click and hope for the best. Libby showing up again, gets off a couple value right clicks, but this top lane is not going well for the Dire.
I think Ogre and Clock are just a little bit too tanky for the side of the Dire to handle.
Yeah, they're pretty squishy here in this top lane. There's a lot of harass coming out between the Frost Arrows, the Ignite, and Clockwork just being really on point with these cogs, burning a lot of mana. Proving to be a bit of an issue for them.
Do not deserve this.
The battle of Axe versus Hammer rages on in the bottom lane. Mid lane's been very, very quiet.
Yeah, but Mirana's starting to pull ahead a little bit with the 8 denies, 23 CS as well.
Couple caps trying to get stacked over here. They really just... and Mo gets another kill on Satan down here. Wow, he's sitting really low. Oh my goodness. That's a bit of a ballsy double edge as well.
He's looking a bit scary. Like, he's level 6, he can can take over this top lane. I know it hasn't been going so well for the Dire, but just having his ultimate, they can surely run them down, especially the Drow Ranger right at this point, not being
Is he
level
going
6.
treads? Mo's going treads.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a little unexpected, but I mean, it is hot singles in your area, so I've seen weirder things happen. They'll turn back around. They've got their eyes set over onto this ogre. They need to be very, very careful, though, because Drow's doing a lot of slow and putting out a lot of harass. We'll be able to disarm the Drow. Looks like Libby's going to get stuck over here, but he actually pushes him out, and they'll use the Centaur ulti, get their top lane to safety, while middle looks like Mizzy's going to be able to get off some Spirit Siphon action and chase Mirana just a little bit here. I want to see how this is going down here in the spot lane between Satan
Just
and
don't move
Yoshi.
your camera until one of them dies.
Yeah, pretty much. Apologies, guys, too. I'm
as you do
very,
it.
very tired, and I might miss a couple things today. I've already missed a couple things in this game, so.
Illusion.
Dominant Knight has found himself the bounty rune. Top lane, again, we see that there's been another casualty. It's going to be the death of Nocturne. And again, 1v1 action going on between. This is such a ridiculous. Just watching the two of these guys just hit each other constantly has been very entertaining. Another double edge coming out here. Looks like Stan feels like he's gonna be able to get it, but no, again, look at this. That's gonna be so triggering. 5 hit points, literally 5 hit points left on Mo down here.
So getting the stomp into double edge, just doing a little bit more damage than expected. I guess that's how most of the kills have gone down.
I mean, he's calculating this down to like the very wire. It's actually pretty ridiculous. I'm guessing almost every single one of their encounters has gone this way between the two of them. Do you see some pincer movement coming out here over onto Mizzy? Smoke will pop immediately throughout the fire blast. Cogs come out as well, and the arrow connects, and that's a very dead death prophet.
Caused the Stampede to come out there, despite being in the cogs, so not really was able to save the Death Prophet there. And that's 90 seconds, but that will be on cooldown, so might not be able to use it in the way that he wants to, having it so early in the game.
Like he's gonna head back down to his bottom lane though, just taking a bit of lane XP while Death Prophet was down for the count. Mizzy already coming back in here. Needs to be careful because Mirana could opt to go for an arrow right now, but appears to not have any fear. Throws out the Grip Swarm over onto the Mirana. Excuse me. And we do see Libby making this rotation. They want to chase after Kenda here. Kenda actually going to find himself a nice arcane rune. Make his way back over to middle. His 2 supports standing nearby, Nocturne and of course 9. Waiting if there's any sort of gank coming out from Libby, but he's already moved himself back, so there's no more fear of that. That very hopeful Crypt Swarm.
As must be.
See him dropping around the back. He's gonna see 3 heroes.
Yeah, this is a very dead risk. I don't think the rest of the team was quite ready for that. Bottom lane, the 1v1 is happening yet again. Looks like, oh, they actually go. They use the ultimate. He's going to turn back around. The repel comes out, though. He's ready for him. Knows he wants to go in for that stomp. And the double edge gets the stomp off. Gets the double edge, and he does actually get taken down. But he takes that Omni Knight with him. This lane is the most ridiculous thing I have seen today. I've seen a lot of ridiculous.
I'm sure the Omni Knight's a little bit frustrated at this point. That he's always, if he does get the kill, getting it after dying himself, so no XP going his way.
Oh, it's Satan. Of course he's triggered.
Yeah, maybe that's why he
course.
just keeps coming back to the lane, because it's about, you know, manhood and all that stuff. That
I'm surprised we haven't seen the pings. Like, we saw a couple pings come out against the Centaur, but this is definitely not going the way that I think he really wants. He's going to try to go for that Hand of Midas that has it queued up. Crystal Maiden does need to be a little bit careful, though. Yeah, he does mention Centaur's missing. Be careful, guys. This guy is a big baddie. Is he gonna find himself this haste drone? Except it looks like Nocturne gonna be able to get it just a little bit faster. Battery assault coming out, pulls out the cogs. Will be able to stun up. Nice arrow coming in from Kende. Will be able to help take down the Death Prophet here. And the TP comes out from Libby. It's just a little too late. But I'm sure he would love to have some of that delicious experience. No mana left over here on the Mirana. It looks like top lane, Rock actually gonna be able to take down Big Bad Wolf. Such a back and forth game, man. I am behind. I need to change over to net worth. Oh my goodness. Right now, Centaur top of the net worth after having multiple kills. He's still chasing after Satan. He wants to get this kill. Will just get the couple last clicks in. Doesn't want to go diving beneath the tower, though. He's got the air charge. There's the heal, though. Goes ahead. He solves himself up. They're not ready to give up on fighting each other down here.
There's an Oracle, though, coming.
To be really... Yeah, he could just nuke him down, honestly. He's getting pretty close. We'll be able to purge it off, hold him into place. Stomp coming in. And Libby gonna get the KS.
Another death for the Omni Knight 6 so far in an 11-minute game.
That's
Pretty much
feels
every
bad,
2
man,
minutes.
right there. And we're gonna see an armlet on Mo. All right. He's the true carry. Rock is just a distraction up here, clearly.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So we actually haven't seen Ben go for any sort of push with the exorcism. He actually hasn't picked up any points into the silence either. See the TP rotations coming out here. Looks like they're going to try to give some support over here to this Omni Knight. HSiYA, though, just walking around in their jungle, doesn't really care, knows he's got his ultimate up in about 13 seconds. Just casually takes some of these creeps as he makes his way over towards the middle.
We have level 6 on the clockwork as well, and so I want to see him be able to capitalize on the heroes that you can just kind of get on top of. So there's SF, there's CN.
And they ping it out. They don't know that there's Libby standing nearby here, though. Big nuke coming out. The arrow's actually gonna just graze past him. This is looking really scary. Looks like he's gonna be able to get that kill. Will get taken down, though. Libby now on the way out. Won't be able to quite escape. They throw out that fire blast and the ignite, but he puts his own false promise on himself. I think he just literally got that. Otherwise, he could have maybe saved Mo on that Centaur.
There's no hookshot used by the clockwork there. I think maybe he could have finished the kill on the Centaur before he died.
No, look at the setup. Look at this setup. Arrow comes in. Fall with the Starstorm. Is he not quite dead yet? But Kende says, don't you worry, I'ma fix that.
So the Death Prophet having a bit of a hard game, seeing himself in the middle of the net worth, but the SF and the Centaur.
Oh, the hookshot coming in. There's no way that Shadow Fiend is getting out of this right now. Science comes out, and Clockwork gonna be able to get himself a nice easy kill.
And that's not what you want. Top net worth hero in the game going down like that. If you're the Dire anyways.
They do spot the Centaur off on the side. They have a nice ward, rather. Keeping tabs, and otherwise it's been no towers taken, no objectives going after.
We're just getting kills this game, no towers.
The time.
I have a Maelstrom finished up pretty soon.
Yeah. Talking about the towers though, it is kind of important for a team with the Drought to get the early towers, so yeah, just going for kills kind of starts not paying off as much as it used to after a while if you don't get those objectives.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like Drow's picked up a the Morbid Mask here. Not sure she wants to finish up maybe the Mask of Madness sort of thing, and then we'll start pushing together. But definitely when you're running a Drow strat, it's very, very important that you start taking those terrors. Crystal Maiden has gotten spotted out by the Clockwork. Cannot get herself free. Looks like Kende gonna be able to get himself another kill here. 4-0-1. Feeling pretty good on Mirana.
Unfortunately for CM, I foresee that happening a few more this game.
It's
There's
possible.
not much she can do.
A lot of consumables this time in the game. Libby with the value mango as well. Surprised that we haven't been seeing... Oh no, we do have a stack here.
Centaur battling 3 heroes on the bottom.
Seems like Centaur. He was gonna have to run himself out. They do have the Moonlight Shadow, and they're gonna find him, throw him up over into the cogs. He's in a little bit of trouble. Crystal Maiden coming for it, does get the ultimate off, and that's gonna be pretty difficult for them to try to get out. They really just want to kill the Centaur, but they just can't seem to do it. Sitting very, very low. He's doing a lot of armlet toggling. Will heal himself up. Does see that Omni Knight is still here. He's looking for that stuff, and he's already got his number. Can he get one more click? Yeah, that's another death for Omni. Lane is problematic. Top lane goes down. They use the exorcism coming out from the set of hot singles in your area, and they are just full on pushing this tower while they know Omni's dead, Ogre's dead, and Clockwork. Although the ghosts have just run out, so not gonna be able to too much there. Ogre will TP himself over to the shrine. I don't know if he wants to really do this. Yeah, he's just gonna go get himself that bounty rune and maybe catch up with the rest of his team as they take mid tower. So 2 towers getting taken by mid, by the side of Mr. Klow. 2 towers top, and 3 heroes were killed in the process as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Getting all the
Oh, they get
towers
the
in
bottom
both,
tower.
I guess.
Yeah. Bit of kiting coming in. Oh, that gust very nicely done by the Drow Ranger. They'll finally slay the Centaur. Just getting away with way too much in this bottom lane.
That's a big kill. Centaur's just getting away with way too much this game.
Run, Crystal Maiden, run! Clockwork,
Caesar.
Clockwork, it's... Oh, he's down to... Still gonna be a very dead Crystal Maiden, though, I have a feeling. Yeah.
Well,
There's the Bloodlust coming out. Looks like they're gonna try to save him, but there's only so much they can do. Not gonna use the ultimate on the Oracle to save a Crystal Maiden from 2 supports here.
Allies disappear. Regeneration.
Satan just going straight for the Radiance after
I was
Midas.
about to say, I wanted to see how our Omni Knight's doing. He's been struggling a little bit, but he does have that Midas, so...
SF gets caught mid.
Oh boy. Yeah, in comes Kende with that last click.
Your hopes stay tonight.
They just... What happened there?
Moonlit Shadow, just
Oh, there
Ogre
is a
and
shadow.
Murano were right on top of him.
Dire's top
They took down half his health just by using Starstorm and Fire Blast.
Well, Omni Knight has enough gold now to go get his relic closer and closer to that Radiance. How do you feel about this pickup?
The Omni Radiance?
Yeah.
Just thinking, there's not really too much right clicks to avoid. Only the SF is really the one going to be right clicking. There's a lot of magic damage, so it does allow him to farm. He has a Midas, but yeah, not getting the true evasion reward that he's looking for.
Shadow Fiend gears up, gets the ultimate off. Still won't be able to save Levy, though. He will get taken down, and it's just not enough damage coming out from that Requiem of Souls here to do much of anything. They do use a scan. It's going to be the Centaur jumping back in. Oh, he gets a mini Ravage, jumps on all 2 of these guys, and isn't going to be able to quite get the kill, although it looks like on the back end they will be able to finish up. And now they've got their eyes over here onto Ryuk. They needed one more click, and they're not going to be able to get it. And now Kende, he's running frantically. He's used his leap charges. These ghosts are trailing down. They've got that earned charge as well, and that's a dead Kende. That's a 6-time kill streak that was just taken down. Libby needing to be a little bit careful down here. He does disarm the Drow, but while this is going down, Drow taking the bottom tower, they're going to try to take the mid in exchange. Now both of them have fresh fortifies for their tier 2 towers. Centaur's actually going to move himself over here to farm up a camp. Needs to be careful because I'm sure Clockwork is scouting for him. We do see a couple pings coming out as well, so... Yeah, they still see him with that one ward. He's going to blink himself out. Clockwork, I don't know if he still wants to go for this hook shot. I don't think he could do enough damage by himself here. Yeah, he's going to back off. Minutes into the game, looks like Centaur is top of the net worth, 9.4k, 9.3 on the Murano though, and 9k on the Shadow Fiend. Also important to note, the Omni Knight is catching up thanks to that Midas. He is 4th in terms of top net worth.
Yeah, despite all those deaths, Omni being 2nd in the net worth for his team, so that makes you want to, you know, get Radiance that much more, because he kind of has to be the carry, I guess it seems. The Drow just is kind of a non-factor this game at this point in time. Level 12, and Centaur 16.
Centaur
He's taken out
16,
really
oh my
quickly.
word. Yep, Radiance is now online for the Omni Knight, and he's being super sneaky. He's turned it off. They'll never see him coming. Looks like an HSiYA is next on the menu here. They do spot him out though. They have a sentry placed, although it's going to be a little too late for Shadow Fiend here. Will be able to get himself out though. Has completed the Hurricane Pike, and everyone just throwing around left and right. Oh, that arrow! And he was looking to just wind up for that Requiem of Souls. They will back themselves out. There's the Centaur jumping in right now. Sees himself this Mirana. Can he get the kills? Not going to be able to quite do it. Omni Knight, he gets the Guardian Angel off. He gets the Repel off over onto himself as well. And it looks like they're just going to keep trying to throw left and right more damage over onto him. And they will actually get the Mirana. They're going to try to take down this Drow as well. And there's a big nuke coming out from the Oracle. Force coming forward again. They're going to be able to grab this Ogre, throw out a couple raises, and one more hit. That's a double kill actually going on to Livia. However, Omni Knight is still alive, and he's going to try to take down this Oracle. Oracle healing himself. They don't seem to notice that he's back here. So Radiance is doing actually a lot of work, but they will have enough damage to take him down, and the rest of the team comes forward. They use the Exorcism. It's down, but they'll be able to push off of this.
Half the team wipe 5 for nothing. Centaur, like, he's able to take out Mirana just by himself, and as an offlaner versus the mid laner, when the Mirana was kind of like the only hope for Radiant going into the mid game, that speaks volumes about where this game's going.
Into the Roche pit they go though. Actually gonna keep Centaur on the outside here, keeping tabs on any sort of nonsense movement coming in. And they're gonna let Libby tank? Alright, big flare comes in. They do realize they're in the pit. Will they try to contest this though? I guess is the big question. It's like we do see them already running over. Ogre gonna be the first one forward. It's about halfway down. Yule's coming out though. Casual arrow being thrown, just barely hits over, rather misses over onto Libby, and they're gonna force him out. And this is kind of scary right now, Max, because they only have about half of this rush done, and it looks like they kind of want to take it, but I think you've got to be really afraid of going into that pit if you're the Radiant right now. Yeah, the Ogre, he gets jumped over on Soul Siphon, silence coming out so that the Omni Knight cannot save them. Nice silence though coming out from the Drow. Won't quite connect with that Frost Arrow over onto the Centaur, but definitely saving that Omni Knight, I think, with that Gust. Now the question is, do they go back in the pit?
They have Exorcism coming off cooldown, so you can either choose it to push here, or you can go back and use it to finish that Roche pretty securely. They're moving forward though.
The Guardian Angel is actually still down for about 25 seconds. Looks like they've got their eyes on this bottom tower. They want to take all the outer towers before they go for high ground over there. These force staffs, it's like the pinball strat going on here. If anyone gets caught in cogs, they just start pushing everybody around. I think Shadow Demon got moved around like 3 times during that last fight, thanks to Force Staff, Hurricane, Pikes, etc.
Yeah, it's really good this game against Clockwork. So.
Force Staff is always just such a good...
Yeah, it looks like Radiant are going to try and sneak this Roche. The Dire showed everyone on the bottom lane, but they're TPing back. They know it's up.
Jump forward immediately. Will be able to possibly take down this Ogre. Yeah, the follow-up coming up. Shadow Fiend is too good. They do have a haste right now over onto Clockwork. The arrow comes out, lands over onto Rock. They get the Roche finished up. Kende will be able to go ahead and grab that Aegis Rocket's just 2 paper. He cannot stay alive here, it looks like. He is disarmed. They're going to try to buy him a little bit more time. We'll go for the Requiem of Souls. Puts out a decent amount of damage here, and they actually get a double kill. Turning around, Kende trying to run himself out. These ghost ladies are just on his tail, though, and they are unrelenting. Mizzy coming forward. We'll try to get a bit of a body block off to try to go the other way. There's going to be a Frostbite thrown out, and the silence, and that's, again, another 5-man wipe, and the Aegis is gone.
Six lives lost, including the Aegis, for trying to sneak a Roche. The Dire now comfortably 5k ahead, and they can go for this T3.
I mean, the perk right now is the fact that DP does not have Exorcism up. It's just ended. They're not going to be able to put that much damage over onto this tower.
And, well, I guess the opposite is they have...
Look at the Centaur. He's doing so much damage.
Centaur, who just doesn't care.
Oh, yeah.
And also does
because return works on towers, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they just let him tank
all.
this.
They just, yeah.
It's wild.
Alright, shrines are exposed. Should be getting those shortly.
Will take them a little bit longer to take this tower, considering the Centaur can't return any damage onto it. Blair comes out, spots 2 of these guys. 3 rather. They need to be careful. They are pretty squishy and they're all grouped together, so if he wanted to go in for some sort of a hook shot if he's in the vicinity, he would get a very big 3-for-1. But is not headed that way. Ags is queued up next for Nocturne here. Checking with Drow Ranger, Big Bad Wolf. Gonna have the Dragonlance done soon, and I'm sure he turns that into a full Hurricane Pike for better positioning, especially against the Centaur. He can be just a little bit faster. When he goes in for that blink, it's gonna save your life.
Fresh BKB done on the SF. Chilling in his stash.
Gonna prevent him from getting stunned up. They're still doing a lot of physical damage to him, it feels like.
I'd say Moran is like 50-50 at this point, so... That, and then Ogre and Clock just be good.
Oh boy, there's the jump forward. They found themselves a Clockwork, and he's just obliterated. How do you deal with the Centaur?
Honestly, you have to try and find a way to just kill his teammates first. Because he just... You return damage too much to yourself at this point. Like, the Radiant's just too squishy to take him down first.
Even these creeps, they just fall off of them. Goodness. The problem is, like, you know, the general idea is you just try to ignore him, but Mo is a very bloodthirsty player.
Yeah, and it's not like it's an
He's gonna get up in your face
either.
every time. Ooh, that's an arrow to the face coming out here for Crystal Maiden. Kende needs to be careful. They're gonna be able to use the Glimmer Cape. They use the ultimate from the Oracle to buy Crystal Maiden a little bit more time. They need to put another nuke heal down. Yeah, they'll be able to save her, I believe. Hookshot sounded. I don't know where it landed. Maybe it landed on Satan by accident.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a lot of love for a Crystal Maiden.
Does survive though. Able to TP back and didn't die from the false promise buff. But yeah, talking about taking down Centaur, he's about to be level 22 and Drow is level 15, so like just the level difference, like it's pretty hard to kill.
What are your thoughts on the Blink Dagger on Death Prophet? Because that's a thing, I guess.
Yeah. When you're doing well, you kind of want to run them down. Like you do have, I guess you have Stampede
Seems a
to
bit
initiate already,
excessive
but
because she's already got a Force
yeah.
Staff.
That's a little excessive. But I think they realize they're 11k up. Yeah.
That's
So,
also how
trying to
singles
get
in your
some-
area. Everything is a bit excessive with them.
Just getting the most out of not caring and people... I guess it's also pretty good against the force staffs we've been seeing. People trying to get away, so
That's
more
true.
catch that you can have just by keeping pace with them. So yeah, he has a force staff and a blink, so he's able to keep pace with them if they want to force staff away.
The most mobile witch ever. Just needs a broom.
Yeah, until they put it into the game, they'll use force staff as the broom.
It's true, that works. I mean, Makes sense. Yeah, they just lost complete control of their jungle over here on the side of Mr. Klow. They just run away from the center. They don't want anything to do with him right now. And it looks like he's saving up his pennies. Will be getting himself an Assault Cuirass soon. Bottom lane, Death Prophet has found herself a Ogre Magi here, but the hookshot coming in from Nocturne might be able to bait this out. They do have the Crystal Maiden standing nearby. They'll go ahead. They'll force staff out the Clockwork and
Dire's top tower is under attack.
back themselves away. They don't want to fight this. So it looks like HSiYA was totally ready.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Tried for a blind heal stuff there. And the invis targets were unfortunately missing. We're not taking a top tower though during the chaos bottom. Gonna be
Yeah, it's
pressuring the
actually
T3
pushing
as well. This is what they need
into
to
the
do
base.
because they can't really fight head on at this point.
Dire's structures are
And it looks like they feel that they're better to... Oh no, they'll send Rock back here. He's gonna go back and deal with the Mirana. Arrow's not gonna connect over here. They'll push him out of the base, and it looks like the rest of Hot Singles will just walk themselves away. No committal here.
Half damage to that tower. Need to start seeing Boots of Travels on the die because I think Radiant realized that that's how they get back into this game. So they're gonna be
I
trying.
would have liked
every
to see
single
Boots
time.
of Travel on this Death Prophet instead of the Blink Dagger, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going for a Shiva's guard next. So if they do want travels, it'll take a while.
Just saving up for that
Centaur
BKB.
maybe. Nope. Centaur going AC, so then I don't know. Someone needs to have it. Someone who can defend. SF maybe.
They need to get... He needs to start doing some stuff here against the Radiant before this drag gets the BKB, because once she gets BKB, I think Mirana also has a BKB queued up. They're not going to be able to blink stun. Or blink stomp, rather. Onto these heroes if they're thinking they're going to get into an engagement.
Incoming!
No Roche up just yet, but we do see some scouting coming out from Nocturne. They are keeping tabs on this Roche. This seems very, very important to them. To be able to go high ground and make it even scarier for the side of the Radiant. I think you actually give the Aegis over to the Shadow Fiend though, right? Seems to be the one who's suffering the most. Centaur's already pretty unkillable. Trying to deward this one spot here. Have to use the flare for it.
Omni going for the Aeon Disc. This is something I want to see on supports actually. Especially ones that, if you're gonna get jumped on by a Slark or something and you're really squishy, just get an Aeon Disc and just be invulnerable while he's going on
Really
you.
good idea, actually.
Yeah,
That had a
it's-
rework on it too, right?
It
The
got
patch?
the cost got reduced, so that's why it's like a 2K gold item or something, so it's within realm of purchase for anyone.
Definitely sounds like a good idea to pick up either. Not even, you know, we understand that Satan is not playing his Omni Knight necessarily like a support, but with the reduced cost, it's going to be something I think we'll probably see more supports pick up if they're really struggling against these heroes, especially like you said, you know, Slark or whatnot.
Yeah, I think I can maybe help him if like he gets initiated on by a Centaur and he's not able to use Guardian Angel, because if he procs that, then they won't be able to follow up on him and he can use it. That's probably what he's going for.
Could be a very dead Shadow Fiend if he's not careful here. A little bit of ways.
Look at
Mirana
that
goes for the
diffusal.
lead. There's the diffusal coming in. Will throughout the area is going to go ahead, juke around, try to buy himself some more time. Walks right past that bounty ring. What? You crazy? Free gold.
5 seconds.
They just keep forcing. They're looking. There's the jump forward though coming out from the Centaur. He's looking at the Mirana. I don't think they have detection on them right now, and he's completed his Assault Cuirass as well, so. Fuck, gonna just walk himself away. Roche is up though now, so I'm interested to see if they're gonna go check for that. Libby actually gonna go right into that pit. We'll see that Roshan is up, and I think that's their next objective on the side of the Dire. Tend to just kind of hang out in the woods for now. They do have pretty nice vision over here, keeping tabs on where their shrine used to be anyways. In case they see anyone coming over and trying to jump them if they go into this first pit, but Radiant seems to just be full grouping up right now and maybe doing their own scouting. Nice arcane rune over here as well. Mirana gonna go into the pit. See that Roche is up. That's something that Radiant also probably gonna want. Oh, that scan though, they find themselves a Mirana almost immediately. Gonna be able to use the Force Step though, get him out, and the Death Prophet also gonna try to get out of the way. They'll hit the arrow though over onto the center. He's just so tanky. They're putting so many resources over onto him, and he's still gonna be able to get that kill. They'll turn back around here. Rock, he's got his eyes over here onto this Drow Ranger. Should be able to get herself out. Exorcism does get popped out from this Death Prophet, and she just can't seem to find a target. They're very mobile now, trying to push themselves forward. There's the blink though that we were talking about. She'll turn herself around, get the Spirit Siphon off. She's got her eyes here over onto Satan. He's trying so hard to get away, but these ghosts, these ladies just won't walk away from him. And that's 4 heroes now taken down. They're gonna bring the Omni Knight back up with the buyback. Immediately Mirana will buy back as well. Still a bit of time left over onto these ghosts here. It's about to go down, and they do get the arrow connection over onto the Crystal Maiden, who is trying to hang out here into the trees. They don't really have this detection though for the Moonlight Shadow. It looks like it's gonna be up in just a couple seconds here. Omni Knight running very, very forward. Wants to get the kill over onto Libby. They do have the dust, but at that point he's just toast. But I think they're pretty satisfied. They got the tower and part of Arax.
Roshan's up.
And a bunch of buybacks.
Okay. They can take the Roshan, come right back as well.
Do you risk it right now though? I don't think you risk it right now.
I think the Radiant has to deal with their base for a little bit, but they just teleport Death Prophet bottom, so unless the Centaur's feeling a bit ballsy, they'll probably wait to do it. I mean, they have all the time in the world. They're up 21k right now, so.
Fair enough. What was that? 2, 3 buybacks? I think it was 2, right?
Yeah.
So Omni Knight won't have buyback, and let's look.
The Mirana and the Omni.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
I'll just press I.
You'd think I'd know all the hotkeys for the spectator view at this point. I do not.
Alright, well.
And I'm so tired right now, I think I'd still get them wrong even if I knew them all.
No, a butterfly, that's it. And Drow still struggling to finish that BKB. Not even close
So
to going
important
for
for
an
her. She
MKB.
needs that so badly.
Mirana as well, about halfway through hers. The items just aren't there for the Radiant.
They're pretty poor. They're struggle busing pretty hard. Okay, we're gonna see an E-Blade on Royis soon.
Unlucky find.
Trying to get some of this vision back. Stick next item for the Omni Knight here to try to deal with some of the nonsense being thrown out. But they are in the pit right now. They're going to try to take this Roche. And it doesn't look like anyone's going to try to contest them at this time.
Contestants. I don't know. Push mid might be happening.
cheese is also left on the ground here. It looks like Centaur will pick it up, but there's... it's kind of, got a lot of slots full right now.
You need to be able to buy a backpack expander.
I don't know, I think, we've already gotten three more slots here for that backpack. Might be a little too greedy there, Mike Mags.
I'd like to see buying something that makes the backpack not take 6 seconds to transfer.
That would be nice, yeah, I agree with that. Exorcism's gonna come out, they get a nice gust off as well. With this blade mail, does so much work though coming off from the Centaur. And we'll just turn around, take middle racks. Centaur taking a lot of punishment right now. We'll actually duck around from this clock where he just does too much damage. He'll be able to go take him down using the Shadow Fiend here. They've got the ultimate over onto this Death Prophet to buy a little bit more time. Still going to be able to get that kill. They get the kill onto the Omni Knight as well. And there's a jump forward. The good game, well played. Gets called in hot singles in the area. Take game number 1. Death Prophet just took way too much damage there.
But Death Prophet for the entire team of Radiant. So game 1's gonna go to Dire. Hot singles in your area.
Alright guys, we've got one more game. So let's see if Mr. Klow will be able to come back and we'll get a 1-1. We'll see though. Stick around.